I'm gonna go PSG LGD here. As much as I really like the VICI gaming kind of idea here, I think if you can't slow down nothing to say, this game falls apart very fast.
It's a pretty decent Storm game overall. As long as you don't get gripped or anything, should be top lane.
Yeah.
Why?
Falling quite low. He gets the salve off though, and Irving, he's in the hands of the Terrorblade now, and that's gonna be first blood for Ame. Not a bad start for Terrorblade.
Get out and go to the jungle. I feel for TB, it shouldn't be that difficult still, right? Like, you have the illusions as long as you're taking care. Why? Nice things,
yeah. Oh, nicely done. That is so much damage. Just like you were talking about, though.
If he gets caught, he just dies. He did a really nice trick there with Inkswell on the melee creep, trying to stun both of them, because if he used it on himself, he stuns only the Tide Hunter, right?
Yeah.
It didn't work out, sadly, for
him.
They
got nothing to say in the mid lane. Rotation from Zhaoma plus XM. Very nice. Hits him before he gets to that level 6. So Faith Beyond now mid lane with the dragon form, trying to chip this tower.
Yeah, I actually like this approach a lot. I expected him to go bottom, but this is way more useful.
They do catch the Bane. Interesting that he goes for this. I guess they did get the D-Ward, but Irving with a rotation on in does have that Ravage. Grimstroke gets melted pretty easily here. Open top, puts a ward sentry down. They do have vision of the Terrorblade. XM's got to be the one to initiate, and does have that Arcane Rune. Gets the Searing Chains right on top of him. Nightmare does come through. Irving with the rotation in, has the Ravage if he wants to drop it. The question is, will they? Sunder is available. There's going to be the Ravage, plus the double Remnant in, and it's going to be enough damage to finish him off just barely. Now the turnaround here, nothing to say. Thinking of engaging, but he doesn't have much mana to work with. Just has 10 wand charges. He's going to have to back out.
But overall, like you said, when they smoked up into the triangle and that smoke got popped by TB that had an illusion next to him, that's the problem. If he had no illusion, he gets gripped.
Yeah. Goes in, Searing Chains, double. Nice setup. Irving has Ravage available so far. They're just going to go ahead and settle for Y, but you get the Fiend's Grip on the backside. It's going to be the Winter Wyvern on the high ground. Cold Embrace for the moment. Sharpshooter plus a Sleight of Fist. And a handy Maelstrom proc there. Will grab them both supports, and right, like you put Sentry up there occasionally just to see, but very rarely. Unless like maybe if you're trying to defend your tier 2, but that's not happening
later
yet
on.
Anyway.
Yeah, like later on in the game. Ember,
that is unlucky for XM. They didn't even see the Remnant there either at the time. Like they were just kind of smoking bottom with their like Tinker Ward.
Irving
you don't want to initiate on the Tide, right? You don't have any way to hold him in place. I mean, maybe with the Cold Embrace you can. Or I'm sorry, the Phantom's Embrace, but you're going to be able to stun him up for the moment. And there it is, Phantom Embrace. He can't actually crack it shot, so he's got to break it himself. And the Chain Stun's holding him there. Gets the Ravage off last second, but the backside of the fight, Bane tries to walk in. Going to regret that one. It just dies to the illusions there from the Terrorblade. And now they're looking to go for more. TA silenced up, held down. Erica gets the meld off. They've got to have some sort of detection coming soon. He's down to 20 HP, and it's going to be a fireball that finishes him off.
Yeah, that was just one of those fights, but they didn't wait for the BKB on TA. That BKB on TA just changes the fight completely.
True. She's almost got it, though. Just about 100 gold away. Orchid comes out bottom lane. There it is. Exactly what we're talking about. The Hoodwink, just food for the Storm Spirit as this game goes on. And it's actually a pretty big payday. 416 gold. That is not bad.
It's a rich Hoodwink as well. Only, what, 3-4k behind the Tide? XM, actually.
I did not see that one. That is just a Blink Dragon Tail, I guess, and the Chain Stuns onto the Ember.
Like, look at Storm. He's showing himself bottom.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I don't understand. Okay, he's TPing out now. I was going to say, I feel like if Storm's not here, VICI Gaming can just take the Roche, but he just TP'd back as they go in, so...
I feel that...
They're gonna get the D-Ward, Blink Dragon Tail onto the Ember. They get the Chain Silence there, and Terrorblade just absolutely destroying him. Faith Beyond with the BKB as well. Bane, no chance in hell he's surviving this one. So 2 heroes dead. He's gonna buy back. Nice bushwhack there to slow them down, but without an Ember?
It's going to be difficult. They have Ravage, no Blink, but he could run in.
Faith Beyond just goes in. He does not care. He's gonna go ahead, get broken by the Hoodwink, but the beautiful save there from XinQ, and the silences onto the Tidehunter. They've got a Winter's Curse, but he gets the Ravage off just in time, connects onto 3. Erica with BKB will finish off XinQ, gets the blink out. Erica trying to survive, but Faith Beyond's gonna be able to chase them down, and TA in so much trouble as she falls as well. Does have buyback, but nothing left in the tank.
You're going for the Aghanim's Aether Lance. It's just so greedy. Imagine if the Bane had, or if you had any utility item there, Ember doesn't die, right? Like, if you had Aether Lance on Bane, Ember doesn't die, because you can sleep him and he can continue fighting after.
Oh, Ember Spirit forced a BKB right there as he just walks up on Faith Beyond, tries to... Oh, he gets the last hit on Roche. That's kind of cool. Just snatch it on Nothing to Say, and as a result, it's going to go super aggressive. Knows there's no BKB there on the Ember, and gets himself a kill. Irving will TP home after throwing the Gush. So that is going to be a huge issue.
All these pokes from Ember, yeah, I don't see them really doing a lot.
Finds nothing instead. You actually got to be a little careful here on the Terrorblade. He is starting to fall low. Cold Embrace will survive for the moment, but Winter's Curse... He's got to sunder something, but BKB's protecting Erica for the moment, and there it is. That BKB ends, and so does her life. XM with the BKB trying to get aggressive here on the Ember Spirit, falling incredibly low as Faith Beyond just jumps forward, and so does Nothing to Say. They grab the kill there onto the Ember, the buyback coming out from both cores now. Storm Spirit's still protected by the Aegis, so he will end up falling his first life, but second one coming soon. Can they actually chain stun him down? Bushwhack is there. The damage is not enough, but he goes right into a Ravage, and Nothing to Say goes down. XinQ stuck inside the base, trying to get to the low ground, but Erica in pursuit finishes him off. So a little bit too deep here on LGD.
I'd say it's okay.
Mid-tier 2 tower. The next target in sight here for LGD.
PB running straight in.
He just walks onto the high ground. There's no cares in the world, and it's going to be Storm just covering the whole backside with a Shiva's Guard as he finds Bane. Nothing to Say with a very Chad play there. Why? Falling low, but still surviving for the moment, and it's just going to be Terrorblade who pops the ultimate. They know Hoodwink's sitting there at Invis, and they drop the Fireball on top of her. Ame ends up finishing her off on the Terrorblade. So, tier 2 tower falls, no fortification to protect the high ground.
I really like the fact that Hoodwink tried to get a pick off there, but it was a little bit courageous from the Squirrel. I think they are aware that it's not really necessary.
They are death ball mode now.
Yep.
Right, onto the tier 2, Faith Beyond. Happens to walk into Erica. Right. BKB comes out, and Squirrel sniped by the Storm Spirit, and that is just the nature of his existence this game. It is not much you can do at this point, and he had a regen rune bottled, so Nothing to Say is going to go right back up to full mana, play with this Shiva's Guard, and try and hunt Bane next, right? Like, he's just doing the same thing over and over.
Pretty much. Unnecessary to go back. He goes in.
Oh, they get the stun onto the Tidehunter. They need to get the silence out from Grimstroke, but there it is. He managed to find the Bane in here. Nothing to Say. Can he finish him off in time? He can, and Terrorblade just destroying Irving. They're going to go ahead and buy back on the Tidehunter on the front side of the fight. XM catches the Winter Curse. Not going to last. Oh, it does. The creeps are there for the full duration into the Dragon Tail. 105 seconds. That's your dieback. I don't know. It seems nearly impossible at this point. 4 heroes on buyback cooldown. Irving goes in, gets the Blink Ravage. Can they get the Sunder? He doesn't. Terrorblade is dead. All right, a little bit of an instant curse there. Erica now getting aggressive on Nothing to Say. Nothing to Say, he's got no mana left. He's got to be careful. Cold Embrace trying to keep him alive, but Faith Beyond is here. He's just going to burn down the TA. Oh my goodness, the DK, the real carry now. BKB to dodge out the Sharpshooter. He has no TP though, so he is stuck here on the DK.
They have 2 buybacks on both the TV and the Storm Spirit, and they know. There you go, Storm buybacks.
And that's bots into this mid lane. Gonna be able to just go right on top of the Hoodwink. Great call.
GG.
And there, GG. They know.
These buybacks, they know for 100% that Ember and TA do not have ones, right? So if you buy back, you can just close the game, and that's exactly what they do. What Storm does, at least. At this game, man, it was a little bit of this VICI gaming story, and I think VICI gaming have got what it takes, like the Viper, the Razor, and the Tiny. I really like the cores that they've got, so that's a pretty big change For the refresher build, yeah.
Yeah, the way it works is you can't double link the same target, but you can still double link two targets,
top lane,
right?
man. Top lane, it's already a bloodbath.
Yeah, he's dead. It's just 5 stacks of poison attack.
Yeah, it's a very optimistic build, I would say. Getting it so early on. But still, the build-up is nice.
Yeah.
You get some mana, you get some armor, some stats. It's solid, it's alright.
Oh, that is a little bit of a surprising death, actually. Brewmaster falling bottom here. This is the life of the new jungle. Your core is having to go walk back to base lane. Into the boat, but Razor, he's stolen a lot of damage already, so nothing to say, has to back off. Meanwhile, Clockwork able to get on top of ZenQ and find that kill. And thanks to this rotation, it leaves this Brewmaster vulnerable in the bottom lane as they get a second kill here onto this hero.
Yeah, we have a Brazil happening.
I like it. I like it. I see what you did there. Took me a moment. I was like, a what? And then I was like, oh, yes, of course. The classic.
Times were simpler back then.
Times were indeed simpler. Nothing to say, dove behind his tower as Faith Beyond unable to make it in time. Why rotating as well? I mean, these are just 2 level 4 heroes. XM, he might just try and turn. Oh, okay, he's fallen. He's dead here. Y is gonna pick it up.
PSG LGD, at least they did stop the bleeding a little bit. Grimstroke is on the top lane preventing the Viper from taking the tower, but yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's about to get doped. Viper Strike comes through. Jin-Q, no way to TP out of this one.
Yeah.
More charges for the Viper.
You can understand what he was doing there.
Why? On the Bane, you gotta be careful here as well. He's gonna get the Nightmare off onto the Clockwork, but 5 poison attacks.
They're sweeping in.
The Urn. He just burns him down, gets the kill. Primal Sprint comes out from Faith Beyond. Does he have the damage to finish off the Viper? It's gonna be enough, I think. He's stuck here right next to the tower, and he gets the kill. So a pretty big gold bounty being split there.
Nothing to say.
In some trouble, XM gets the Eye of the Storm. What a bushwhack as well. A DD rune helps, you know. 12-3, man.
Yeah, with the 2 bracers as well.
Yeah.
So he gets the attack speed from the Mask of... Yeah, it's an interesting build. Haven't seen it in a while.
All right, rotation from XM to the top lane. Irving potentially baiting this one out. They're going to go for the Fiend's Grip onto the Viper as the Primal Split comes through, but a beautiful hook shot. Viper needs help and fast. He is going to be able to get the Viper Strike off as his dying breath, but does end up falling in the engine queue with that Soul Bind onto 2, but just the Faith Beyond Brew is not going to be enough to finish off these heroes as XM now on top of the Brewmaster as that Shapeshift ends. And Erica just trying to chase down the Grimstroke. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough. X into the boat. Can he finish off the Razor? He does. Beautiful kill there for nothing to say. Erica able to walk away underneath that tower. Clockwork not going to be lucky here as it ends up being a double kill for the Kunkka.
That's perfect, really.
That's pretty good, right? Just yelling Boots of Bearing every single time I activate it now.
The bearing, like, yeah, I can see why it could be fun to scream Clockwork, aiming at TA.
Ooh, he's got her. And there's some help in pursuit as Irving, plus a little bit of a sharpshooter action. Yeah, mid lane. They do manage to find the Razor, Fiend's Grip. So a trade. Honestly, not the worst trade, but VICI Gaming getting TA is pretty big.
Any trade is good for them at this point. They have ulti on Panda.
The Primal Split off in time. Soulbind onto 2. Y will take out, but Viper gonna fall here pretty soon after. They do manage to find Jin-Q on the backside of the fight. It's gonna be nothing to say, trying to just disengage here on the Kunkka. He does have a DD rune. Gonna go for a cleave play up onto the high ground potentially. It's a decent chunk of damage. X into the Torrent.
Oh,
does
the
manage to find
cogs.
2, but Y is here. The Clockwork ends up trapping them in place. They're still under cover of this sentry, and Erica will be able to get away with just a sliver of HP, but the Clockwork
Razor is
not
back.
as lucky here. Pulled back, Torrent, plus the Thunderclap. They will find a Bane now. Just gonna get ran down by XM. And that's a dieback. He just diebacked on the Bane. He came back for that one, I imagine. So he's gonna be the one just hitting buildings here fairly soon. He's got the Aghanim Shard plus the Shadow Blade, so like she still doesn't have the BKB.
Yep.
It's going to be why putting himself in harm's way here.
He's in a good position. He knows. He knows. This is... Okay, using Q.
Yeah, Jin Q decides not to stick around for this one, so he just backs off. Erica, though, with a wraparound, and that is a dead Grimstroke.
Yeah, because he did stick around for way too long. And it's also bot versus the TA, right? Like,
yeah.
You get rid of all the traps. This is a huge tower mid lane. Like, if you don't kill it, it's so hard to defend Rush.
Oh, hook shot, he gets two! XM comes in as well as a Tiny. He's able to get out for the moment on the Grimstroke, but nothing to say. Trying to tank this one up. It's not going to be enough. The TA doing what damage that she can, but Faith Beyond forced to run here on these Pandas. And split one, going to come to a conclusion. Still has the second one in the bag as they continue the chase here. Clockwork did buy back for this. I'm assuming they'll probably just give the shard to the Clockwork. You could go for the decoy, but the shard on Clockwork, having that jetpack, dude, this ability is so fun.
A neutral camp once or twice, heal up to full, then go back in.
Yeah, PSG LGD's got to do something here. They cannot keep bleeding like this, but
what do you do?
What can you do?
Yeah.
TA caught inside the Avalanche, still has that BKB. Erica actually taking a lot of damage there from a cleave, as now they're going to turn their attention over to the Viper as he doesn't have a way out. Faith Beyond just gets destroyed.
Double grip though.
The double grip, yeah. Gets the one kill. Tiny going to be able to come back here with that reincarnation. Nothing to say, has to run here as his BKB has expired, but XM will chase him down here on the Razor. He gets himself a double kill. They're going to be able to throw the Tiny into the air, and XM, that BKB's expired. They still got plenty of time here on the Tiny, but a second Cyclone comes out, and Faith Beyond, he has to run. All Panda splits are done. Holding the TA in place, she's going to pop her BKB. Erica protected with a Lotus Orb, but Viper back into the fight here, able to get pushed away, holding Tiny in place. He's going to pop the BKB. They got to get away. He's still got that Satanic to work with as well. He gets that melee barracks. And we'll just disengage as there's not much left in the tank here for PSG LGD.
If he had that item earlier, he doesn't get picked off as often. His team gets time to react to the moves.
Faith Beyond, he has a Trickster Cloak now. I hope he equips it.
Thank you.
But Erica comes in, finds Zinq. They also manage to get on top of Brewmaster with the Force Staff, gets him out. He's going to be able to pop that first Primal Split. Throws that Tiny into the air. They're going to be able to buy back on the Bane, but disarmed is going to be the TA, so they need to be careful, need to try and get back out of this one. Erica goes in, Avalanche toss. There's going to be the Cyclone, but he gets the BKB off instead, and now they've got to be able to get just into the base. They have no other options here. Faith Beyond Primal Split will end.
He has that refresher as well. There was a buyback on Bane as well. Nice little pick off overall.
They did commit the BKBs though on VICI Gaming, at least on the Tiny, so this might be an opening as they managed to catch Zhalma in the mid lane. Stunned up for the moment, trying to commit on top of the Hoodwink, but she's just so fast. And now Faith Beyond needs to be careful here on this Brewmaster. Razor caught there in a sleep. Stunned up as well. Do they have the damage to actually kill him? Erica comes in, just crushes that Bane one more time. That's going to be a dieback. Faith Beyond with the refresher here. He's doing work. Kunkka to be forced to BKB, trying to chase down the Clockwork. Faith Beyond, can he get the kill? He's going to finally get him, but XM starting to burn down the Pandas as well. The rest of the heroes are just completely split off from here. Faith Beyond making some space here, it seems.
I feel is the last for PSG LGD, and they still make it somehow work. It wasn't amazing, this last one, don't get me wrong, but they're still in it. Can they contest Roshan? That's the only question. It's really low.
He does have a Primal Split if he can get the ability off, but it's not going to happen, and that's no buyback. XM, no BKB though. They can hold this in place. It'd be a huge fight, but they got on top of the TA. She needs help and fast. Trying to get away here. Clockwork, maybe a little bit too far, but gets caught by the disarm there from the Halberd. It's going to expire in just a second. Meld Strike plus an extra. It misses! Oh no, unlucky there for that Templar Assassin is Roshan. Now going to go the way of VICI Gaming, and that is a free Aghanim Scepter now for the Razor.
And you aren't certain if Rosh is even happening, right? Like you trap or anything like that, they had to scout it first, so makes sense that he tried to kind of see what's happening first.
Jin Q in some trouble, toss back, Sharpshooter misses, but they still get the kill anyway, and now Erica onto the high ground, disarm, pops a Satanic to just dispel that, and XM's gonna chase down the TA now. Second Static Link comes out onto the Kunkka. He's just trapped completely inside the cogs. That's no way back into the game. 2-hero feed script holds him down, but XM pops the cheese, tries to do what work he can here on the TA, but he's taken down and fast. He's dead. That might be all she wrote here as LGD falling one by one. Faith Beyond really the last survivor as Razor just chewing through these heroes. Avalanche toss the kill. 4 heroes dead, no buybacks, and there it is. We're going to a game 3.
Oh, that was a good one. This game actually, like, VICI Gaming finally showing some strength, some teeth versus PSG LGD. I don't think they took a single game in the first season versus them as well, right?
I really worry about this Morphling pick. Like, it should do okay in the lane, but I think as soon as the lanes start breaking down, this Morphling is going to struggle.
Ember going in, so he might get, yeah, they might lose this one because of nothing to say. He's alone.
He's got the ward there, but roll does come through. Xin Q doesn't actually connect with it, but gets the Bonnie blocks, and nice slide of fist dodge there on the Ember Spirit.
You could
trying to give him the first blood, but ends up going to Faith Beyond instead. Oh, mid lane, XM out even with nothing to say, so we'll check back there in a little bit, I'm sure. We haven't really talked too much about top lane. Burrow strike to follow Bane. Wise taking a lot of damage here. That Acorn shot getting a couple lucky bounces.
Bottom lane, Fate Beyond as well. Actually falls.
All right, well, gonna be able to chase here on Jin Q onto the Grimstroke and does trade, but yeah, I feel like this Necrophos shouldn't be falling in this bottom lane.
As a Morphling, it's kinda easier to do than with any other hero. You just go full agi, heal up with the Mask of Madness, continue laning. Bottom lane and Walker's tipping in.
Oh yeah, Tornado catches the Necrophos. We'll be able to finish him off, so gets the kill and gets 2 earn charges. This is the dream when you're playing the mid invoker, is making these rotations.
Top lane.
Oh, yeah, okay. Ember also came bottom as well. So what ended up happening top there? I didn't catch that one.
Oh, nothing. Bane just strolled down the lane, got hit by Bushwhack, and finished off by the Sand King. So Ember, he's
kind of dancing with him a little bit here.
Can he get the Grimstroke?
Yeah, I was gonna say he might be able to get Grimstroke here, but without any mana left, he does have 8 wand charges. We'll be able to hold him, roll in from the Earth Spirit, and they do get the kill onto one. Y rotating in as well, and he's just taunting him with the wand, but he ends up regretting the decision as an avalanche from Erica, ends up finishing him off. So being a little bit too greedy there on that Ember Spirit. See how he ends up doing. I mean, I'm curious if he ends up going for like an early Lincoln's, but
it's an option. Yep. Top lane, they have a dust.
Yeah, they do get the magnetize out. The question is, can they keep it ticking? Looks like they will connect for the moment, but roll. Is it going to connect? Comes up a little bit short, but the boulder kick comes through. Plus the earn. Should be able to finish off Irving. One more boulder just for good luck. Meanwhile, mid lane, or rather in the river, XM is going to be able to grab a kill there onto Y. This Blink Dagger is huge. They're actually TPing everyone in.
Remember, they have Vessel on Walker. He didn't go for the early Midas, so even Necro is a kill for them.
Vessel and Blink is definitely huge, and they're going to be able to grab the Necro. Blink Dagger revealed. Nice Nightmare in, though, from that Bane to be able to dodge out some of the damage. But Necrophos is still stuck here. Spirit Vessel does come out, but the Reaper's Scythe turns back the other way, and now the buyback from Xin Q paying off big as they grab the kill onto the Invokers. Continue to roll forward. Nice avalanche there from Erica, but they've got to get out, and it's not going to matter. Ends up being 3 back.
They get the Tiny as well?
Yeah. He tried to get back to the base, but the chase from Xin Q is just too good.
This is some like real punishment after game 1. That's really well done by PSG LGD.
Xin Q now has stones to play with. They smoke up. He also has an Invis rune to boot. Finding XM would be the perfect way to start the fight. He gets the Searing Chains. Nice tornado, though. Gonna buy him a little bit of space. Reaper Scythe is there. He just goes down so fast. Buyback coming back the other way this time. Sharpshooter does connect. You do get the epicenter out on top of the Necrophos, but all the damage is spent, and now in comes the Morphling as he's gonna try and do the damage himself. And they get a Fiend's Grip onto the Invoker. He diebacks instantly. As Xiaoma on the run here on the Hoodwink, she should be able to make it away.
Oh man, I felt the same way. Like the blink, the vessel, the positioning, the vision, everything was there, but yeah, it didn't work. Turbine.
Yeah, nice fine bottom roll in. Gets the kill there on to Xiaoma instead, so he gives up his life for the Sand King, it seems.
XM mid lane.
Dude, they are just falling one by one. XM just gets caught by the Fiend's Grip into the Reaper's side. The fourth one of the game now for Faith Beyond, is he's got Guardian Greaves.
Top lane.
Is it just kill after? Oh, okay. This one going back the other way. XM, or sorry, not XM. Ember Spirit gets caught there.
So with that SB, maybe they can start threatening even the Morphling.
They do take tier 2 bottom now, and that will open up the outpost. They're looking like they want to go mid. Jin Q just goes right onto the high ground, finds 2 heroes waiting for him. Maybe a little bit too aggressive there, but nothing to say. Comes in, gets Searing Chains onto 2. Morphling, Avalanche, toss, Erica in a lot of trouble. 2 hero Bro Strike to get the kill onto the Sand King. And it's going to be the Tiny that falls next, and the hero who was having a pretty good game now, not that bad. PSG LGD now holding all top 3 net worth positions here. I'm surprised he didn't go for the shard, honestly. I'm a big fan of the shard on Necrophos.
Yeah, you like the Death Seeker?
It just, like, you just farm so fast with it. Oh, did you find Grimstroke for the moment? Gets caught by the Searing Chains. Another Reaper's Scythe. Doesn't end up getting the kill this time. Faith Beyond jumps the gun on that one, but they immediately TP bottom as Ember again has this Arcane Rune, so he's able to get aggressive here onto XM. Pops the BKB, stays on top of the Boker, catches him with the dust.
Oh, the Midas!
Double
He got it!
Kill. He did get the Midas, you are correct, but unfortunately, it's what we would like to refer to as the massive Pitus right now. The other side of the Tiny, caught in the mid lane. Y gets the full duration Fiend's Grip here, and with the Morphling's rotation in, another kill. 4 dead around the map. Absolutely dominated by PSG LGD.
It's a long shot. Considering this Aegis is up there for 3 more minutes, Oname, every single tower on this map should fall in those 3 minutes. At least the outer layer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Epicenter.
Go anyway. Blink Bro Strike onto the Necro. Nightmare dodges out so much of the damage, and now they're going to reinitiate on their own. Grimstroke popped by the Morphling as Hoodwink held in place. Irving trying to make his way back into base. Yules, buying a little bit of time, comes out with another 2 hero Bro Strike. They're going to have 2 buybacks in the process. Sand King absolutely melted once again.
Midas used.
Morphling just doing way too much damage. You're right, Midas used there. They get the bushwhack onto the Morphling, but Tree instantly cut by Faith Beyond, and Voker waiting for his next Midas, and the GG comes out instead. Oh no. What a beatdown in game 3.
That was just like insane. The way they played off of that tier 1 fight on the mid lane, they just broke VICI Gaming afterwards.